everybody, and I am back with another new video, and this time I have a HMV bag. Yay! And that can only mean one thing. This is a HMV movie haul and review. So yes, I've done one of these before and you guys really seem to like it, and it was a long time ago, and then it was just like zip, I didn't do another one. But it wasn't because I wasn't planning on doing another one, I just didn't get around to it. But I do have this one, and then I will be doing another one in a month or so you guys can look forward to that, and I will try and make it a little bit more regular than before if you like them. So make sure to thumbs up the video if you do like it, and then I'll try and remember to make more of these HMV haul and reviews. So as the title suggests, if you didn't see the first one, in the bag I have some movies that I picked up from HMV. I'm going to haul them for you guys. I've never shown them on my channel before, and I'm going to let you know what I thought of them. So that's why it kind of takes me a little bit longer to do these, because obviously I've got to watch the films that I pick up first, which I think is a great way for me to buy films, because I have so many films, it's not really sensible to buy any and not watch them straight away. So with the HMV hauls, I'm buying them and watching them straight away. So with this one, when I went to HMV, I really wanted some kind of chilled out films, some relaxing films, just easygoing films. That's kind of what you're going to find in this bag, but some will be ones that I know many people will enjoy, some will be ones you'll be like, oh no. So there is a mixed bag in the bag, so do not worry. But I am going to go in order of which I watched. So let's just take them out of the bag so there's no rustling. So the first one up here is the one that I feel like most is the one that is the most maybe cringy for you guys. You're like, oh no, they all like that. They're not. It's just this one. And it is Max 2. What's this called? White House Hero. Okay. Now, this came out really recently, and I picked up all of these. I've got 5 movies. I picked them all up on the 5 for £20 deal at HMV. So I was quite surprised to see this in here. I don't know why, but I just was. I thought, oh, that came out recently. I looked at it, I thought, I watched a bit of the trailer and I was like, whoa, this is not like Max. Now, if you've seen Max, the first movie, that was a really great family film. It was really good. I would actually recommend that to many people. This one, I feel like shouldn't be associated with the first one. It's not in its same league. It's kind of taking everything about Max and washing it down. But I went into this knowing that this does not even look similar to the other Max, and I kind of went into it with thinking, okay, it's kind of like a Disney Channel style movie. Gosh, that was hard. Because as well it has Francesca, I forgot her last name, but I know her first name is Francesca because Francesca Capaldi. She's in this. And she's in Dog with a Blog, and I love Dog with a Blog. Dog with a Blog's really great. I don't know if it's still on, but I used to really like Dog with a Blog. But yeah, so I think she's really interesting, so I was really thought it was cool to see her in it, and obviously they've got a dog, and they're calling it Max, but it's kind of a bit of a weird one. And basically, it's about these kids Max comes to the White House, and they think that there's some kind of spy going on, and they have to try and figure it out, you know, who's the spy, It's just one of those type of things. It's just a fun, again, it is a very Disney Channel style movie, that's all that this is. And I actually had a fun time with it though. I would watch this again, but again, it's not on the same level as the other Max. I feel the other Max can be watched on a much larger spectrum of people that would enjoy it. This one, I feel like it's only for people who like the Disney Channel or Disney Channel style movies. And I actually really do like the Disney Channel style movies for, you know, the most part, for enough. I gave it 3 stars. Again, it's not an amazing film, but I had a fun, relaxing time with it, and that's all that I really wanted. So I am really glad that I picked this one up, even though I was a little bit hesitant, but I always thought, well, I'll check it out when it's really cheap. And then when I saw it in the offer, I thought, oh yeah, okay, I can't not pass that up. And then it was the first one that I wanted to watch, so it's obviously a good sign. I just was like, yeah, I'll watch Max 2. And again, it was perfect. It was relaxing, easygoing. But if you are going to watch this and you really enjoyed the first Max, definitely don't go into it for more Max films, because it is not like the first one, and I feel like you'd be really disappointed if you thought this was going to be kind of a good sequel to Max, because it really isn't. It's something different. Go into it with a different frame of mind and you might get some enjoyment out of it. So yeah, it's Max 2. The next one is a film from the 70s. Let me see if it says the date on the back here. I don't think it does, so I'll put the date on the screen. And I had never seen this, and I didn't know it was from the 70s. And I really didn't know much about it, but what happened here is Josh said, oh, have you seen da-da-da? And I said, no. And then he always kept going on about it. He always wanted me to watch it. And then I saw it in HMV, and I was like, aha, now I get it and I can watch it. and that is Bugsy Malone. This film is very weird. It has Jodie Foster in, like, look, this is Jodie Foster on the front, which is really cool, because obviously she's really young in this film, and I think, is she in Taxi Driver as well when she's young? Maybe around the 70s as well? I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, anyway, this film is basically, it's a gangster film, a gangster style film, and it's a musical as well. And it's filmed all with children. There's no adults in this at all, but the children are basically, they are supposed to be adults. And sometimes it was weird when they started singing, because they don't sing in the children's voice. So that's kind of weird at first, and I was like, ooh, this is weird. But it was fun. I had a good time with it. I would definitely watch it again. There were some characters that I really loved. I thought it was a strange film, and it was really cool how it was done. It was very different and original, but I don't know. It's like a gangster film with children musical. Like, who came up with that idea? It's a cool film that I really enjoyed. I give it 4 stars. I would definitely watch it again. I enjoyed it. Some of the songs are really cool. And is it the one that I enjoyed the most? Yeah, this is the one I enjoyed the most out of the whole bunch. I gave this the best rating. This was my favourite out of the 5. So yeah, I really liked it, and I was kind of surprised that it was the 70s, because it didn't feel that old. I don't have to describe it better, but it felt like a weird thing to come out in the 70s. For me personally, that's just what I thought. I was like, wait, what? But yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts on Bugsy Malone if you've seen it. I really enjoyed it. I kind of heard the name around at times, but I just didn't really know. And I think that Josh watched this in school for his, like, gangster film. I watched The Untouchables with Kevin, is it Kevin Costner? Who's in that? I watched that film anyway, The Untouchables, and I really enjoyed that. He watched this. It's like such a different end of the spectrum, learning about gangsters. But yeah, so I really enjoyed it. I'm really glad that I finally watched it, and I'm glad that I own it now, because again, I'll be checking this one out at another point in the future. The next one that I watched is an 80s film that I'm sure a lot of people will really love or know, and that is See No Evil, Hear No Evil, with Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor, which obviously they've done other films together, but I thought this is their most famous one, or the most notable one that people think of. And you've probably all heard of this. It's about a guy who's blind and a guy who's deaf, and they witness a murder, kind of, and they're prosecuted for the murder, because obviously it's difficult for them to put the pieces together of what happened, so they get arrested, and then just loads of shenanigans go on. And I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed these two. These two made me laugh. I liked the comedy between them both. It was very funny, and I thought they were both incredible. However, the kind of plot I thought was just a little bit And what's the guy? Kevin Spacey? Is that his name? Kevin Spacey? He's in this film. I didn't like his character. Well, he's kind of the baddie in the film. It's obviously not supposed to like him, but as a baddie, I just felt like it was a little bit too typical. And I think this is late 80s too, so it's not like, yeah, 1989. So it's not like it's super old and things hadn't been done before. Like, I've seen quite a lot of 80s films, and, you know, we've seen the storyline before. I just thought that the storyline surrounding the comedy of the pair, bar that, it was very kind of typical, predictable. I just really wasn't enjoying it. But obviously these two as a pair are hilarious and make up such funny scenarios, situations. I loved them, and I will definitely be watching this again. I'm definitely going to show this to Josh. He's not seen it. I think he'll really enjoy it. It's definitely a great film that I will probably watch many times again, to be honest. I'm really glad I've now finally seen it, but I did only give it 3.5 because the story just fell a little bit short for me, and I feel like that's not really what it's about, but I felt like some parts I was getting a little bit bored, and I was like, and then the comedy would come back in between the pair, and I'd be like, yeah, okay, it's really cute and funny, but it was really just these two that were holding the film, which, you know, kind of makes sense, but also I feel like you need a little bit more surrounding as well. But yeah, it was a great film. I'm really glad I've finally seen it. I feel like it's a real classic, and I can now say that I've watched it, and I am looking forward to watching this one again in the future, so that is a good thing. Next one that I watched was Golden Years Grand Theft OAP. I didn't enjoy this one. I thought I was going to like it. Basically, it's pitched as, it's a British film, and I always kind of like British films because obviously, and it's got all these old people, and I always like films about funny old people, and it's about these elderly people who kind of basically either get denied their pension or some of their pension gets taken away from them, and it's this whole kind of pension problem. And then they they plan to rob a bank to kind of get money back from the pension and to kind of save this clubhouse that they go to. And I thought that sounded funny. I thought it was going to be good. It looks funny. It just looked like it appealed to me. However, and we've got a really big kind of cast of people. I was like, yes. And this one really let me down. I gave it 2.5 stars. And the reason is the main guy, who is a name I don't know, I quite liked him. And I quite liked some of the side characters. The plot was okay. Like, it really, it kind of went downhill fast, but the idea was there. It was kind of a fresh idea, and there was some parts throughout the film that did make me laugh, but like sprinkles of laughs. It wasn't like forever. There was like a couple of parts I could pick out, but oh yeah, that was funny, that was quite interesting, I quite liked that, and like just bits that I could pick out that I thought were good. That's why it gets 2.5. But I think the problem was for me is that the script really I didn't think was very good, and I never have that problem. I'm not one of the persons like, oh well, the script was terrible in this film. Like, that's not me. I've never said that before. But I felt like with this film, you noticed it so clearly, which I felt like just made it worse. Like, I find it hard to watch points. I nearly stopped watching it, and I definitely got bored towards the end. But then I thought, well, I'll just carry on watching it, you know. It's not too long. It's kind of just easy going. But it was really not very good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pass this one along to my mum, because she also wanted to watch it, but I don't know if I'd recommend it, but I don't know if she'd enjoy it more. On Amazon, it has some good reviews and some mixed reviews, so I don't know. I'm not sure. I wouldn't recommend it to you guys. I wouldn't recommend checking it out, because I think there's a lot better, similar-ish films out there. So I really wouldn't recommend this one. But this is from 2015, I think. Again, I'll be putting the dates here. 2015. So I don't know. It didn't work for me. So that was kind of a shame, and I will. Like I say, I'll pass it on to my mum, then I will get rid of this one, because I just didn't like it. So that one was a bit of a dud. And then the final one we have is Best in Show. Now, when I went into HMV, I had known I wanted to pick this up, and I had known I wanted to pick this up. So I knew I wanted those two. Max 2 I had obviously heard of, and it was one that I'd kind of be keeping my eye out for. And See No Evil, Hear No Evil I'd wanted for quite a while, so I knew about that. Now, I always try and get a film that I haven't heard of and I don't know about, and it's just one that I pick up there that I see on the shelves, because I think that's the fun of going to a movie shop, you know, finding a movie that you didn't know about before, that you kind of seek out. And this one looks really interesting. And I've just realised I was going to look up the names of some of the casts before this video, and I haven't. So, you have to bear with me with my explanations. So basically, this is about a dog show, and it's kind of a mockumentary on people at dog shows in a really exaggerated style. Like, you know, the characters, the stereotypes are very exaggerated. And some of them I really liked, and some of them I just didn't. I couldn't stand. Now, this film actually gets pretty good reviews on Amazon and on Letterboxd. Usually, if someone likes a cheesy kind of film like this, on Amazon, people hate it on Letterboxd. Letterboxd got some pretty good reviews. And I enjoyed the second half of this quite a bit, actually. It was quite fun. And that's actually where the dog show takes place. And the dogs are so cute, and I love them. But the guy who was commentating the dog show is the guy who commentates in Pitch Perfect 2. I'll put a picture of him. And he made me laugh. I thought he was so funny. I was like, yes, I love him. And I actually laughed quite a bit on that second half during his commentary. And I really, really enjoyed that. And it's funny, because in Pitch Perfect 2 and in 1, he's in both. I don't know why I said 2. In Pitch Perfect, his kind of commentary, I do not like. I don't find it funny. I'm just like, oh. But in this, it was so good. So I really liked that. My other favourite character was in Glee. She's Sue Sylvester, but I don't know her real name. But yeah, so she's in this, and she was really good. I also really liked the guy who had the bloodhounds, and I really liked the guys with the Shih Tzu. I did not like the people with the grey dog. I don't know what this dog is, but they had a grey dog, and I hated them. They kind of took things away. I thought that's why in the beginning I wasn't enjoying it so much, because you're just kind of getting to know different types of people that are going to the dog show in kind of, again, they're talking to the camera interview style, and obviously other clips as well, but in that kind of way. And some of them it was kind of but maybe it's because I don't have a dog. Maybe that's the problem. Some people put in reviews like, oh yeah, you know, I go to dog shows, this is completely hilarious. And I feel like I have been to some dog shows, not with the dog myself. And, you know, I can kind of see this happening. It's kind of funny. I did like it, but I found it a bit over the top at times. That's just me personally. And the end, the dog show, I did enjoy. But I don't think I could say, oh, I recommend this. Because I feel like it definitely takes a certain taste to enjoy this. And I don't think it was quite to my taste of humour. That maybe was the problem. But I thought the dogs were cute, I thought the commentary on the dog show was very funny, and I thought some of the characters were funny and interesting. And I enjoyed it enough. I gave it 3 stars, and I think I will hold on to this one, just in case I might want to watch it again in the future. Like, it wasn't terrible. Like, I did not like Golden Years at all. I thought that was a bad film, whereas this I just thought maybe wasn't quite to my humour. But I could get where it was going. Some of it was funny, and I feel like it will stick in my mind for, you know, time to come. So yeah, that is the final film. So those are the 5 films that I picked up. I always try and pick up a kind of ish wide range of films when I do the HMV hunt and hauls. And even though these are all kind of relaxing, some of them comedies type of thing, they kind of got a big spectrum of years with these, so I'm pretty happy about that. Let me know in the comments below if you have seen any of these and any of your thoughts. And again, let me know if you'd like to see more HMV haul and review videos, and I will do that. Until then, I will see you guys next time. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye!